This is a journey to the past, a hazardous trek through byways dim and forgotten. My doctor says it is good that I should remember, for in memory is my salvation. I should say, my curse. So it was, as Father had said again and again, that the boy became a man.
I wanna live life, but never be cruel. And I wanna live life and be good to you. And I wanna fly, but never come down. Live my life and have friends around. We never changed, we never left, so I wanna live in a wooden house.
Sometimes, when I go north to Baguio to recuperate, I stop by Rosales. I sometimes stop here, walk the familiar streets, how narrow or how weed-choked they are. I go past broken down bamboo fences, meet people who sometimes smile and greet me but move on. Many of them I do not know, recognize, but somehow I know those faces and the solid endurance imprinted in them. This day, my father and I went to the cemetery to visit my mother's grave. My mother died when I was born. When we were in the cemetery, I saw my father crying, and that was the first time I saw him like that.
Let's go, son. We need to go back. I have lots of things to do.
Okay, Father.
When my father and I finally went home, I saw something inside the room of my father. So I entered it, and there I saw a trunk, an old trunk. But I can't open it because I was scared to my father. But a young lady entered the room, and her name is Martina.
Open the trunk.
Oh, Martina, it's you! I can't open it because I'm scared of my father. I know he will get angry if he saw me opening this trunk.
Your father is at the farm busy doing business. If you won't open it, you will be curious about what's inside.
You're right. Okay then, I'll open this trunk.
Wear it.
But why?
For you to feel your mother's presence even in the dressing room.
Why are you wearing that dress of your mother? Do you have my permission to open the trunk? You will not do that again.
Yes, brother, promise.
Get out of this room now.
When the truth is, I miss you. Yeah, the truth is
Come with me. Saber has just arrived.
It is the day of fiesta here in Rosales, and one family doing circus came here to perform.
Hi, I'm Sionil.
Hi, I'm Linda, one of the circus players here in Rosales. Meet me up later at the park. Okay?
Sure, I'll go. Bye.
Our family will perform later at the plaza. I want you to be there to watch me, okay?
I'm sure I'll be there.
Okay then, I need to go. Bye.
Action.
Father, can I go to the plaza? My friend wants me to watch her performance at the fiesta.
No, you can't go to the plaza. Look outside. It's raining. It's dangerous. You will not go there. Go to your room and sleep. It's too late.
At the plaza, the performance of Hilda started. She was looking for me there, but I was nowhere to be found. While she was looking for me, she accidentally fell down to the floor because it was too slippery because of the rain. Hilda was very disappointed of what happened last night, and also to me. After Hilda recovered, she and her family went to other places to perform. Then, when I went to the hospital, I asked the guard where is Hilda, but the guard did not reply. All my life, it had always been to me what Father said it was meant to be, a shade. Tio Benito is the second youngest brother of my father. He's a kind of a man that doesn't believe in God. He went to Hawaii and always wanted money. He will just write letter to grandfather to ask for some money, and that's what all he wanted.
Hey brother,
What's up?
why are you here? What? Don't you dare to live here? You always ask money from our father. Then you will say you will live here? Get out of this house!
Easy, brother. Calm down. Okay.
Few months later, Tio Benito went back to the house, accompanied by a woman.
Father, I want you to meet my fiancée.
Tio Benito's fiancée was 20 years older than him. She had golden teeth and an Iglesia ni Cristo believer. This woman is also very rich, that can provide anything Tio Benito needs.
And we're getting married soon.
If you want to marry that woman, then go. But don't dare to live here.
You will become his husband. That's why you need to provide everything that he needs. Keep in the house.
And so Tio Benito and the woman left the house. Tio Benito doesn't need to work because the woman was already rich and can provide his needs. Nothing pleased grandfather more than Tio Benito's wedding. Now that Tio Benito settled down, the old man was at peace because all of his children were where he wanted them, within his reach, and now it's a time for death's calling. It is the day of Christmas here in Rosales. Everyone is busy preparing Noche Buena because at exactly 12 a.m., everyone will be eating the food they prepared. While the people are busy preparing for that, my grandfather called me.
Grandson, come here. Sionil, prepare yourself. We will go to the farm at exactly 12 a.m.
Grandfather, but why? We will celebrate our Christmas on exactly 12 a.m. Why do we need to go to farm at that point of time?
I will tell you my secret. So, go. Prepare yourself.
Okay.
While we were in the middle of the farm, my grandfather told me to look around and look at everyone while they are busy preparing for Noche Buena.
I'm 80 years old now, and you want to know my secret?
Yes, can you tell that secret to me, Grandpa?
When you hear the sound of the chime at exactly 12 a.m., you will have a long life. Now, Sionil, I now pass to you this secret, and I hope you will use the secret to have a better life.
When Christmas morning broke over Carmay, a neighbor and I went where grandfather and I camped in the night. I had expected the old man to be angry with me for leaving him, but I told no one about what grandfather had heard, not even the doctor who declared that grandfather, whom we found lying serenely on the sled with an angelic smile on his face, had finally died of old age.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Death is a blessing. People who grow old should remember that. Those were Sepa's words that struck me in my heart. Ludovico's family is one of the poor families here in Rosales. They only rent their house to my father, and in terms of their vegetables, they do not get any profit out of it because they sell it at a very cheap price. One day, Ludovico and I went to gather camachile fruits along the provincial road. That was the day he was really scared, for I had messed up with some poisonous vine, and the whole day, my arms swelled and ached. Father got really mad upon seeing me and ordered me to go to my room.
What did you do to my son?
Sorry, Don Spiridion.
Father gave him 3 lashes with the horsewhip, and after that, Ludovico waited on me as if I were a sultan's son. And one day, Ludovico's father went to our house to ask help from my father.
What? Do you need money again?
Can I ask money? My son Ludovico has a typhoid fever. I'm begging you, please give a small amount of money.
Those who are dead are not dead, they're just living in my head. And since I've felt that spell,
Hey, do you know that Ludovico passed away because of typhoid fever? And did you know that his body is just covered by a blanket and did not take a peaceful burial because they don't have his money?
I ran outside, hoping that I could still see Ludovico for the last time, but he's not there anymore. I continue, for instance, to hope that there is reward in virtue, that those who pursue it should do so, because it pleases them. One day, a man came to our house. His name is Pedring, my cousin from my father's side. He went to Rosales to review because he just finished law school in Manila.
Hey, cousin. Do you want to come with me to fetch Clarissa at the train station?
Sure, why not?
Oh, let's go. Just lock the door.
Clarissa is my cousin from my mother's side. One could not but pause and cast a lingering look at her, even if she was in a crowd. She really had bloomed a regal head, full lips, and eyes filled with laughter. When she saw me, she waved at once and moved away from the crowd. Pedring was attracted to Clarissa, but she had a boyfriend back in the province, and both of them were sending letters to each other.
Letter from Clarissa, sir. Don't you ever tell or give any letter to Clarissa, okay?
My heart is yours. See that
Months later, Clarissa was still sending letters to his boyfriend, but she never received any reply. She became very lonely. At that point of time, Pedring got a chance to court Clarissa. And soon, Clarissa fell in love with Pedring too.
I won't let you down. Yes, I will. I said, I cried. I saw sparks.
At that point of time, father arranged the marriage of the two and even their honeymoon in Hong Kong. After that, they went to Manila to establish their life.
Yeah, I saw sparks.
The lack of household help was one problem we never had to face. Usually, for those who came to work, they knew that servitude was payments to debts incurred. Martina is a young servant in our family. Of all the maids who came to serve us, it was she I remembered best. She was 15 when she first came to the house. She was well on the way to being a woman, and she never bothered with boys. She also didn't seem to bother with her looks, although she really looks good. She considered herself as bad luck because when she was born, her mother died, and because of that, his father needed to go to work. But because of an accident, his legs became paralyzed. So Martina didn't have any choice but to become a servant. One day, Martina went to their house to visit her father, and I asked her if I could go with her, and good thing she allowed me. Martina went inside the room of his father, together with me, and that was the first time I saw her father. The next day, Martina went again to their house to visit her father once more, and I asked her again if I could go with her, and she allowed me. But when we came there, her father saw me and he got really mad and told Martina not to bring me there again. I never thought that it would be the last time that I would be seeing her father, because a few weeks later, her father died. I can still remember her voice and her face, determined and calm, and that last look of hurt and abandonment as I ran out of another beautiful friendship. I wish that I had saw Martina again, that I could reclaim our friendship. It was no joke considering that almost everyone is related, no matter how tenuous and distant, to a person who may not be exactly insane, but whose behavior is often delightfully unbalanced.
Walk away.
Cousin Marcelo was the youngest brother of my father. He doesn't want to be called uncle, so I call him cousin.
Start again.
He was almost 3 years old and still had a baby face.
It's a spark
Cousin Marcelo went to Manila to study philosophy there, and he became summa cum laude.
gray.
He believed that study is just a theory, and he also threw his diploma away because of that belief. And his famous quote was, "If you compete with other people, you'll just become stressed."
Then taking back the punch I threw. My arms turn wings. All those clumsy things send me up to that wonderful world. And then I'm up with the birds.
Padre Andong was a priest here in Rosales. Many people gave him donations benevolently, but he saved everything he got from them. One day, he got really sick. He called for his sacristan and told him to build a church for the people. When he died, he was given a very beautiful burial. He who sacrifices himself for what is just is not of the common breed or of an earthly shape. Tio Baldo was the right-hand man of my father. When I was a boy, he helped me with my assignments. My father sent him to school because father knew that he could be a lawyer, and that really happened. Tio Baldo became the lawyer of all the farmers here. He also became a professor of schools in Rosales.
Can anybody fly?
One day, he had a law case, and the opponent was Don Vicente, the richest person in Rosales, who was being represented by her secretary.
For my head
Because of Don Vicente being rich, Tio Baldo lost the case.
We've been living life inside a bubble.
Tio Baldo became very depressed, and because of that, he committed suicide. He hung himself to the balete tree. There were occasions when father spirits were buoyed up, but they were far between. I thought, for instance, that the coming of Miss Santillan to our house would brighten up our lives, and it surely did, but only for a while.
Sionil, hurry up. We will be late. It's already 6 a.m.
I'm done, Mom. I'll just wait you at the sala.
While Miss Santillan was preparing, I reminisced how she first came here in Rosales and started living in our house. The school principal, together with Miss Santillan, came in our house and asked my father if Miss Santillan can live with us for a while. When my father saw Miss Santillan, he did not hesitate to accept her. And then, she started to stay in our house.
Sionil,
Hurry up, Sionil. Let's go. We need to go to school now. We're late.
Sorry, ma'am. Okay, let's go.
Good morning, class. I'm Santia. I'm going to be a new English teacher. For the tutoration, A. Partnership with the hipster. B. Partnership at will. According to purpose, A. Commercial and trade. Okay, class. Nice to meet you. See you tomorrow. Class is dismissed.
Miss Santillan and I went home together. When we came home, she saw the piano and sat there in front of it. She opened it and began to play.
Can I play this piano?
No, Don Espiridion will get mad at you if he saw you playing the piano.
Please, just one piece.
Okay then, but hurry up.
Oh, why did you stop? Just continue playing.
Good day, Don Espiridion. This is my partner, Mr. Sanchez.
Hello, Don Espiridion.
Espiridion, I just want to tell you something. Can I and Mr. Sanchez practice here? Because we are one of the participants in the program in school.
Okay. Don, you can practice here.
Thank you.
From then on, Miss Santillan and Mr. Sanchez were always there to practice the piano, and they didn't know that my father was looking at them and became jealous about it.
Out of control.
Mr. Sanchez, get out of my house.
I waited and waited. I've got to get out of this hole. But time is on your side.
Are you going to the program?
It's on your side.
Can you come with me to watch the program?
I'm pushing you down and all around. It's no cause for concern.
I do think about those who were around me, and do feel deeply about the horrors of my youth. But I see their anguish, that this man's destiny, irrevocable and final, that one cannot make anything different from it anymore, that I can stir ashes back to life. 3 days after the high school day, Miss Santillan bid goodbye to my father. She said that she will transfer to her co-teacher's house because this co-teacher asked for her help. And that was the time Miss Santillan left. When I woke up one morning, I saw my father walking on the field. Out of curiosity, I followed him. And there, I saw a woman whom my father embraced, and they walked towards the field holding hands. I was so shocked about it, and at the same time wondering, who is that woman? So, I ran back to our house.
A warning sign. I missed the good part, then I realized I started looking and the bubble burst. I started looking for excuses. Come on in.
Father, who is that woman?
Don't mind it. Go back to your room.
What a state I'm in. I've gotta tell you in my loudest tone.
You know,
The woman!
yes, but I only give you a clue about that woman.
One day, I heard old David and my father talking about going to the Delta to hunt.
I want to join you.
No, Father won't allow you to come to us.
But I want to join you.
Wait here, I'll just ask your father. Don Spiridion, your son insisted to come with us.
Let him.
Okay then. You could go with us. Your father allowed you.
Thank you, old David.
Old David, my father, and I went to the Delta to hunt. While we are there, all of us tried to hit a bird, but all of us had no luck. So at the end, we decided just to go home, empty-handed. I hear politicians belching the same old cliches, and I remember Teodoro and how he spent his own money for his candidacy, and also how he had bowed to the demands of change.
I feel my time.
After the war, when Philippines was granted independence, Teodoro was the main speaker in his town during the program that marked that momentous hour.
Unlock the door.
The honor would have been by his right, because he was Balungao's first citizen,
I never
and all his
felt
life,
this way
independence was his one consuming obsession.
And the wheels just keep on turning. The drummer begins to drum. I don't know which way I'm going. I don't know which way I've come.
Cousin Emma sent me letters because Teodoro became ill, and she asked me if I wanted to visit Teodoro before he dies.
Inside your hands, I need someone who
When I came to Teodoro's house, Cousin Emma assisted me to his room.
I need
When I entered the room, Teodoro was lying in his bed.
someone who
I held his soft, nerveless hand, and I kissed it. And I almost forgot to answer him when he inquired how father was.
For you I'd wait till kingdom come, until my day is done, and say you'll come.
Indeed, the war altered many things, broken houses, and even lives of people, but not us. We knew no hunger, as did our neighbors, no lack of clothes, as did many of our tenants.
Gonna buy this place and watch it.
The Japanese did not destroy the landlords. They were not interested in social change, or even restricting of classes. but they were interested only in the production of land. And they've got rice, and whatever bounties in the land gave, and in the process leveled everyone.
Stand here until I fill all your heart's desires, because I'm gonna buy this place.
But with the Japanese gone, the old arrangements were quickly resumed, or so we thought, little realizing that what had been broken could never be brought together again. The war was over. We thought there would be no more killing, but we were wrong. For now, all around us in the plain, the men who had fought the Japanese so well as hawk guerrillas now fought their landlords and the army, which they perceived as instruments of the landlords to perpetuate their ancient, miserable law. A few weeks back, the Hawks swooped down on the next town, and all through the long night, the sad budding chatter of machine guns and the scream of speeding trucks on the provincial road kept us awake.
As a fugitive down here where I cannot see so clear, I said, what do I
One night, Angel planned to join the Hawks. I hardly tried to dissuade him that it is stupidity that he's gonna do, and he's just going to die. But he caught me dumbfounded when he answered that he'll die decently instead. And isn't that what we should live for? He walked away without even waiting for me to reply. Now, I've lost another friend, Angel.
But you can't touch them, no, 'cause they're all spoiled.
It was my friend back in college who invited me to his birthday celebration. Then, I suddenly remembered one occasion wherein all of our tenants can come and partake our food, and at the same time, bring their children and grandchildren. It was my father's birthday, and all of our relatives came. To name a few, there were Cousin Andring and Tia Antonia. When they reached our house, old David carried all their things. Tia Antonia and Cousin Andring got angry to old David because he was drunk again, as usual. With a bottle of liquor handy, old David went to the stable, and at that point of time, old David made his horse drink, and himself as well. But because of its old age and the alcohol it drank, the horse died.
If I'd only waited, I'd not.
I saw old David beside the dead horse, and he said that he will go tell father what happened. But I refused. Instead, I insisted that I'll be the one who will tell father about it.
Come here, oh my star is
I told father that the horse was dead. He asked what was the cause of its death. When father knew about it, he said that old David was too old, that he should take a rest, because he has no more use for him. But old David insisted that he can still be a gardener and can do all other chores and things in the house. Then, Cousin Andrin came up with an idea that he wanted old David to come with them in Manila. Surprisingly, my father agreed that they could take old David, but maybe just half a year. The next day, Tia Antonia and Cousin Andring went back to Manila, together with old David. In my younger days, I had looked ahead going to Manila, but when the moment finally came, leaving Rosales filled me with a nameless dread and a great, numbing unhappiness. Maybe it was a friendship, huge and granite-like, or plain sympathy. I couldn't be too sure anymore. Maybe I fell in love for the first time when I was 15.
Father? Father,
Well, what is it?
I'm going to take my classmate this afternoon to the restaurant, Father.
Yes, you can tell that high to take off from his rent this month. Well, what you and your friends can eat. Well, won't that do?
I also need some money, Father. I'll buy something. I'm going to buy.
Okay.
How much for this?
10 peso.
10 pesos. I'll buy.
Thank you.
Hi.
What are you doing here at this hour?
I wanted to see you.
But it's already late, and you have a quite long way back. What do you have there?
It's for you. I hope you like it.
I can't. It doesn't seem right at all.
But it's for you, and I'm giving it to you. Is there anything wrong with giving one gift?
But there are things you can't give, like what you're doing now.
I think it all started that day when we were in third year, and I met this beautiful girl.
So beautiful, 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 magical, mystical, irresistible, cosmical.
Miss Santillan, who was in charge of the refreshments, had asked me to help Teresita in serving them. After the tiring work,
My father, mom, doesn't want me to stay out very late because I have cuffs. Besides, I have work to do early tomorrow.
I'll walk with you.
Teresita protested at first, but Miss Santillan said it would be best if I went along, and at the end, she agreed for me to accompany her. While we are walking, we did not speak for some time, and it was kinda awkward, but at least I got a chance to be with her.
I can attend the graduation exercises. I have fever or cough.
Why?
No one would miss me in the march.
You are foolish.
I can't. I just can't.
Sionil,
Oh, yes, Father.
have a seat. When do you want to leave for the city?
The school vacation has just begun, Father. And the school opening was still on 2 months away. It's only April, Father.
I know, but I wanted to get well acquainted with your cousins there.
Yes, Father.
Taking me over to tell you exactly how
I'm leaving.
I feel.
I'll go to the city tomorrow. My father wants me to study there.
We'd soon leave too. Your father told this place. You know,
I'm very sad.
there's nothing to be sad about.
Yes, there's so many things. Won't you go to school anymore?
What course are you going to take there?
I'm not sure. Maybe I'll follow your advice.
Please do. Please be a doctor. Don't write to me when you are there.
But I will.
Nothing will happen. Besides, it will not be necessary. Thank you very much for coming to see me.
But I have to. But I will. And in my heart, I cried. I will.
As we have fear, and so would Father if you did. Besides, I would be able to answer your letter.
But I'll send some.
We cannot buy anything.
Yeah, we'll be alright. Because I knew
The morning for me to leave came. Sepa went out and gave me snacks for the trip. Father came out too. When I kissed his hand, he held up my chin and said that I'll be alright in the city. Then he took his watch and gave it to me. He laid a hand on my shoulder and smiled, "Son, be good." Those were the words that he haven't said a long, long time. It was very late when I reached Tutuban Station. The jostling crowd in the giant, gloomy area baffled me, but I had no difficulty because Cousin Andring was on the platform to greet me. My first days in the city were restless and uneventful. Tia Antonia seldom talked with me, and old David did not have the time either, for he was always busy in the garage or in the garden. I was very glad when one morning, Cousin Pedring telephoned me and said he would come in the afternoon to pick me up so that I could stay in his house in Cubao until classes started. It was ages since I saw him last, when he and Clarissa got married, and I was very glad that he had not forgotten me. He had changed a lot. His girth was wider and so was his forehead. Clarissa, too, looked different from the young girl I used to know. Her cheeks were plump, and she moved about with a matriarchal dignity that was far different from the gay sprightliness of her. In the early evening, Cousin Pedring and I got to talking about the old times, and we would talk far into the night if he did not have a poker session with his friends. He kissed Clarissa at the door as if he was going to a long journey. And at last, I was alone with Clarissa.
I remember the letter postmarked at Cebu that I showed to my father first, then burned it later.
Why do you say that?
After all, he wrote many letters in Rosales. He is very insistent, you know.
Did you write to me?
Yes, but you never knew it, did you? In a matter of fact, I burned it myself. What's wrong with you? Tell me, did Pedring beat you?
Foolish.
Why are you crying then?
You don't understand.
Tell me, I won't tell your secret.
One October afternoon, I was in the college rooftops when one of my classmates rushed to me white-faced and asked if I have seen the evening news. I could not believe what I read. How my father was brought out of our house the evening before by men who were armed. The soldiers had gone after his kidnappers, so the paper reported, but they had returned empty-handed. After a week, a tenant stumbled upon father in the Delta. He had died terribly, said Cousin Marcelo, who came with the news. The body bore more than a dozen bolo wounds. The same day they found father, they buried him beside mother's grave.
You do not have to go home. There's nothing you can do now.
But I'm going home now.
Yes, of course. You have to study a lot of things and make decisions. You'll be free now. You must not be like your father. He was a slave of what he owned.
What happened to the people of Carmine? Who did it? I know you have an idea.
I don't know. I'm just an old woman imprisoned in this kitchen. All I know is this.
Death hides now.
Will they kill me too?
You are young and good. You have no enemies.
Tell me, what happened to the people of Carmen?
There are hundreds of people there, and all of them are still alive. You are asking about Drusilla?
I wrote to her many times. She never answered. Not even once.
She died last month. That is a blessing. People who grow old should remember that. Your father's woman. She must be very sad.
How did you know? Morning.
What do you want?
I want to talk to you.
Why did you come? You don't have to. It's not necessary.
But I have to. Maybe because we both lost someone.
Many did not like him. I can't blame you for feeling the same.
You are wrong. I respected him.
Respecting him? What's the difference? Let me tell you. He was not good. He was not kind. And that's why they killed him.
Please don't cry.
He loves you. He used to talk so much about you.
That's not true.
If only you know the things that are hidden in the hearts of others.
He never cried for me. He tried to.
But he did. You call him a father. How old are you?
17.
So very young.
I will be leaving maybe tomorrow. What will you do?
What can I do?
Will you stay here?
Yes. Where will I go? To the city like you? I'll be there.
If there's anything you can do, you can go to my house.
No, thank you. I have some friends.
But I wanted to help.
So it must be. I left again Rosales, relegating that town to a sweet oblivion in the mind. I left behind people who should not intrude into that peace that I thought I could build and reinforce with the wealth of means that is mine by inheritance. I sometimes pass by Rosales and see that so little has changed. The people are the same, victims of their own circumstances. Should I think and feel, or should I just plod on and forget? I think that I was born in the day that God was fast asleep, and whatever happened after my birth was nothing but dreamless ignorance. I have always been too much of a coward to covet my illusions rather than to dispel them. I would like to see all this as a big joke that is being played upon us. But I have seen what was wrought in the past, the men who were destroyed without their being lifted from the dung heap of poverty, without recourse to justice. But like my father, I have not done anything. I could not. Who then lives? Who then triumphs when all others have succumbed? It is this balete tree. It is there for always, tall, leafy, and majestic. In the beginning, it sprang from the earth as vines coiled around the sapling. The vines strangled the young tree they had embraced. They multiplied, fattened, and grew, became the sturdy trunk. The branches spread out to catch the sun. And beneath this tree, nothing grows.
So if you love someone, you should let them know. Oh, the light that you give me will ever glow.
Five, 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 four, three, two, one, go!
I could stay around and get along with you. Hello, oh, oh, oh. It doesn't You're alright, but I'm your darling to enjoy the party. Don't get too excited, cause that's all you get from me. Hey, yeah, I think you're cute, but really you should know I just came to say hello. I could stick around and get along with you. Hello, doesn't really mean that I'm into you. Hello, you're alright, but I'm your darling to enjoy the bar.